Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Go.
They go play action with Richardson.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Richardson looking to throw. Looking for the crossing route, and he's got Mitchell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Adonai Mitchell. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And Watson has it right side. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Oftentimes you say some guys have a knack for creating turnovers. He forced a fumble last week, forces another one.
And one of my good coaching buddies, Frank Delano, always told me, hey, Davis, creating turnovers is not as much about skill as it is about desire.
Oh, I thought it was going to be will, because will rhyme with skill.
Come on, man.
But desire. We'll go with desire.
What are you, the rhyme master now?
And a quick throw here. That's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He finds his man, complete. That's Douglas. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
Completes it to Douglas. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career, so that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw. And
he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. From 3 yards out,
and the Colts continue to pull away here in this first half.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Bronco switch. Bronco switch. Come on. Set. Go.
Back to Walker on 1st down.
And some room to work. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
I love football lingo and the evolution. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. And the slot man goes in motion left.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Baker. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready. Reload. Bring it. Go.
Now a run with Walker.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Shot alert! Shot alert!
Here's Walker. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Kenneth Walker, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Richardson working from the gun. And this complete to Mitchell. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Baker now. A final shot before break. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Let's go now.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
That's taken in by Watson.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Walker.
And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Check.
Running right, here's Walker. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Indy. 54 yards.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one onto the list. When you can bite off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just needed the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
In motion goes Raymond.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Colts are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Baker throwing to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Looking to throw. Baker. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Off the play fake. Baker. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Well, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. For the Seattle touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now Richardson. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no avail. Here's 2nd and 10. Richardson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Richardson looking to throw this. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Richardson from the gun on 3rd down.
That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting...
That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Christian Watson.
78 yards.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. That they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Point after, right down the middle. And that will cut the lead down to 15. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Richardson going to move him around.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Richardson off the play fake.
Steps away. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10.
A big play there for Indy. 49 yards.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
And Richardson completes a quick one out wide. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Back to throw. Richardson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Richardson yet again. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Seahawks are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given. And it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Looking to throw. Baker. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Come 19! Come 19! 19 Lions! Take go!
Here's Baker off the play fake. He's got a man complete. Down to the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A big play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point right down the middle as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, you picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again. And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Richardson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Quick throw completed by Richardson. Now inside the 25.
And down to the 16-yard line.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Now Richardson is going to keep it running right.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Now Richardson going to shift things up.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from the 20.
And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Set. 18, Pioneer.
Off play action. Baker. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
Flush to his right.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Looking to throw. Baker. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Racing to the end zone.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Tracking 60. Let's go now. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Back to throw. Baker. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Second and 10.
Go.
Off the play fake. Baker. And this is going to be intercepted. Now Norwood.
And the Colts are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall.
And got his man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play there for Indy. 52 yards.
But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Colts, they move back over 500 at 3-2.